Hello everyone, welcome back to kazchess. In today's video, we'll go over a game that was played between IM Ansat, who is an international master, versus some shankland in the Kazakhstan chess that was played in Almaty. So it is a round one game from a 10-player round robin event, which features some of the strong masters and grandmasters, as I can put it. So Sam Shankland is a former 2700, but right now in the live rating is 2647, and Ansat Adia, who is a new generational player, is 2485. Without wasting much of the time, let us dive straight into the game. So the game starts with d4, knight f6, c4, g6. So black is playing in the ways of the bishop fianchetto on the king side, as I can put it. Then white is trying to play something as of queen's gambit style. So we see the move f3. So the intention of f3 is just trying to prepare the e4 push as usual. So let's see how the game flows from here. We see c5. So c5 is trying to dislodge the d4 pawn from its original square, but Shankland, understanding his position, plays the correct move, that's d5. So bishop g7 as usual, knight c3, short castle, knight h3. So knight h3 is trying to maneuver the knight to this square, since there's a pawn here and the knight cannot jump there, so that's why he's trying to maneuver it, coming from here and coming here. Then when the knight lands here, it will be supporting the e4 push. So the game at this point is towards the e4 square. So let's see what happens. d6, knight f2 as usual, e6, e4, just trying to support the central square that is on d5. Knight a6, bishop e2, e takes d5, c takes d5, knight c7. So knight c7 is trying to prepare the push here. So the correct move is just to do this, and you're saying you can't push, because if you push, a direct capture can occur, and you can lose this pawn. So let's see what happens in the game. So in the game, Sam opts for short castle a6, trying to prepare the b5 push. That's the idea of playing a6, a4. So a4. Now if you push, so a capture can occur. As you can see, this is what can happen, and you're going to see that it will be it will not be very easy for you to push this pawn directly. So that's why Adia opts for rook b8. So rook b8 is trying to add more support to the push. Let's see what Grandmaster Sam Shankland opts for here. He plays bishop g5, just developing while spinning the knight. b5. Finally, b5 has been executed. Queen d2, just preparing the queen for an attack. Rook e8, putting the rook on a more active square. A takes b5, a takes b5, b4. Sam Shankland, being a former 2700, understands that you playing b4 in most position is the correct and best move. So without wasting much of the time, he plays it there and then. Let's see what happens. So we see a capture occurring, and Sam retreats the knight to a2. So sometimes retreating your knight back is the best move. So let's see what happens. Knight a6. So once knight a6 has been played, there is an option for a direct capture, but in the game some opt for rook a to b1, which is the best and top computer engine move. Let's see what happens if you just go for the direct capture. Let's see. So once you capture, black will capture, and once you capture, you are going to face this nasty move. So now if you take, I'll take this, and your rook is under attack. That's the idea. So once you move it, so you can even play this, trying to hide this move. But let's see another option, what can happen. So once you capture, if this happens, if you capture, you are going to face this, and notice that this is under attack, so you need to move, and you are going to see that white will end up with a lot of isolated pawns. This pawn, it will be a potential weakness in this position. So that's why some shankland prepared the move. So after b4 and playing knight there, knight coming there, he prepared it with the rook. So rook came here and queen came here. Now he played this, so he's just trying to make a disturbance. So once this comes, it's trying to capture here. So mind you can't push because you're going to lose your queen. Because some may say, let me push and threaten the knight here. No, what's will happen? You're not threatening anything, you're just going to lose your queen. That's the idea. So after playing this, we see a deer retreating back with the queen, and the capture occurs. So again, the capture occurs. This is the first pause moment of the video. So what do you play here in this position? So the move that you need to play is not this, because once you play this, so the idea always revolves around capturing this. This is the idea. And notice what will happen once you capture, you are going to lose this, because noticing that the bishop is undefended, a sack is always coming if your queen ever comes on this square. That's the idea. So in the game, some shankland analyzed that and played the best move, capturing with the rook. So let's see what happened further in the game. So bishop a6, bishop e3, threatening the queen, queen f5, rook f to b1, knight d7. So knight d7, it was trying to eye this square. That was the idea. So bishop d4, offering an exchange, and a deer obliged with bishop takes d4, queen takes d4, rook e to c8, king f1. So instead of playing king f1, there was also an option of doing this. Because after this you can just take, and if you want, you can even do this. You can jump here so that if the queen moves, then now you take and push this. Just trying to make a disturbance on this side. But in the game it was not played, but rather the king f1 was played. After king f1, we see h5, trying to expand on the king side and making space, breathing space for the king. So we see knight coming to d1, rook c5, rook a1, queen. So the queen was threatened by the rook that was here. So we see knight coming to e3, rook b to c8, queen d2, rook c3 came on the board. So here they were just maneuvering the pieces. King f2. So after playing king f2, we see the move rook 8 to c5. So instead of playing rook 8 to c5, so the best move that should have been played was queen c5. So after queen c5, you are going to see this, you do the trade. So after doing the trade, knights come in here, there, you push. That was the intention, or that was supposed to be done. So once this is done, you can see that the position is equal from here, because the knight has established itself and there is no weakness in black's territory. But this plan was not followed by Adia, and rather after king f2 he played there. And after doing that, some shankland noticed that the rook is misplaced and played the immediate queen d5. So now he was like pinning the rook. So the rook at the moment, it's in an indirect pin. So let's see what can happen. So if the rook ever moves, so you can even capture this. So once you capture, don't forget there is our good friend that is undefended here. That was the idea. So that's why we see bishop getting out of harm's way, and we see this. So that's the idea. Now if this capture, thank you for the queen. That was the idea. And if you say I'll just retreat back, like you come somewhere here trying to offer an exchange, yeah, but once you come here, a capture can just occur. So that's the idea. So the queen is now attacked. So that's why we saw a capture occurring. This capture, captures, and this. So we see this. So this is the position that Sam Shankland saw after playing the queen all the way to here. That's the position that he saw. That this is what will happen in my position. So currently the bishop is under attack, and there's like no clear way for you to defend this bishop. Let's see what happened in the game. So a check was given, went there. So instead of going at the back, you could have also just come here. Yeah, it was a perfect move. After this, you can even come here. That is a perfect position. So rather, Sam Shankland opt for king g1. Then you see this. So there was a pin. This came on the board. So he was trying to threaten this. That was the idea. So we see this, a dap attack, takes, moved, and came out of the pin. So after coming out of the pin, Sam took the free bishop. We saw this, rook c1. So after rook c1, it was trying to prevent this checkmate, because if you notice, the king is here and this square is covered by the knight. Yeah, so this square is covered by the knight, and if this lands, that would be checkmate. But these are classical games, and I can say the players have only spent like 50 minutes to reach this position. It's 1 hour 30 minutes. So this came on the board, played this, there, this. So here they were just reshuffling the pieces, takes, played this. Now we saw that this position was very critical, and let's see what happened. So he played that, and this came on the board. But instead of doing this, Ansat could have even opted for this. Now he was threatening checkmate, coming here. So let's see, he could have come here. So after doing that, if this comes on the board, you give a check. You move, I take this. Mind you, I'm threatening this to win this material. So that's why you move away. This comes, you go there, you push. That's the intention. Now, if they capture, so the intention of the capture is like to put you in some kind of perpetual. That's the idea. Because if you see, from black losing the position, we have seen that if the immediate plan of the knight coming to this square was followed, the game could have a turnaround. And imagine a win in such a position. That could be your dream win. And this could have been the position that should have been reached if the knight had come here. So only one move had to cost the whole game. So let's see. So you can take. Then this, you give a check. So notice that if you take, this will come. And once you move, so two pieces. And so the black player will have the queen and the knight. Because if you capture and this lands, you need to move. Once you go up, so this can even land. And from this position, you're going to see that black was losing, but you end up winning the game. So that was the idea. So that was the intention that should have been followed. So after doing this, so this was a great move. It limited the mobility of the king. So the move that was supposed to be found was this. So this move was very critical. Let's see. Yeah. So this move was very critical because it was stopping you from coming here. So once you come here, check comes. So it was very frustrating once this move was seen that he had missed this move, IM Ansat, which could have been a great win for him. So he rather opted for this. So, and after that, GM Sam Shankland pushed the pawn, check, captured. This came on the board. We saw this push, and this landed. So we see that Sam Shankland managed to put the opponent into a precarious situation whereby all the attacking chances vanished, and we see now a game flowing in this direction. So he gave a bit of check, takes, and after Sam Shankland queening, the opponent decided to resign, and this was the end of the game. So even at top elite level, you can see that these guys also miss some opportunities, and it is very frustrating. So one move had to cost the whole lot of the game. So the move that was missed was this, threatening this. That was the key idea. So this is what I had for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you.